थे तार हे रे तारे ते तेरे 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 तारे रे तारे रे तेरे 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 रे 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 रे। मौसम कोई हो इस चमन में रंग भर के रहेंगे हम खिरामा। मौसम कोई हो इस चमन में रंग बन के रहेंगे हम खिरामा। चाहत की खुशबू यूं ही जुल्फों से उड़ेगी खिजाओं या बहारा। यूं ही झूमते खिलते रहेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में। रहे ना रहे हम महका करेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में। रहे ना रहे हम। मौसम कोई हो इस चमन में रंग बन के रहेंगे हम खिरामा। चाहत की खुशबू यूं ही जुल्फों से उड़ेगी खिजाओं या पारा। यूं ही झूमते खिलते रहेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में। रहे ना रहे हम महका करेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में। रहे ना रहे हम। जब हम न होंगे जब हमारी खाक पे तुम रुकोगे चलते चलते। जब हम न होंगे जब हमारी खाक पे तुम रुकोगे चलते चलते। अश्कों से भीगी चांदनी में एक सदा से सुनोगे चलते चलते। वहीं पे कहीं, वहीं पे कहीं हम तुमसे मिलेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में रहे ना रहे हम महका करेंगे बन के कली बन के सबा बागे वफा में। ला 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 रहे ना रहे हम हे रे 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 ता रे रे रे।
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. I wasn't planning on saying anything, but whenever I used to speak, my grandmom, or I used to call her Dadu, she used to ask for a recording, and or otherwise, sometimes she used to make me even recite it, and then she used to make corrections. I never imagined a day would come where I would have to say a few words about her without her presence. But I'm sure she's somewhere correcting me even now. She actually believed that, she always told me, when I was in school, I was a very shy kid, didn't have the confidence to speak in public. And she always told me that, one of the greatest strengths of your father is his ability to communicate, and you should learn that. And since then, she's been after my life to try and speak and, say a few words whenever it's possible. So I thought there's no better occasion than this to share some of my thoughts. I actually want to, instead of sharing thoughts, I want to share a love story between me and my grandmom. A love story that spans more than 30 years, a love story that dates even before Porom and I were born, a love story that started when my mother conceived us. She was in the US, and my grandmother spent day in, day out, night and day, taking care of my mother, fulfilling all her needs so that two of us are healthy and safe. And then both of us came, Porom and I, the much needed entertainment in the Neotia family. As you can imagine, Queen's Park can be quite boring without us. But throughout childhood, me and Dadu had a very strong and special bond. Many of y'all might not know this. In my preteen days, I spent almost 3-4 years staying in my grandmom's room because I was scared to sleep alone. So 3-4 years, every single day, I was staying with my grandmom. We used to, play games. We used to watch a little TV, or it's called screen time now. We used to, joke around. She used to give me a whole host of mythological stories. It was a bonding that I think, it's something that I cannot fathom how important it was, especially during my upbringing. When I was growing up, during school days, she was to be the only person that used to wait for both Param and I when we used to come back home. If you'll remember the old house, getting off at the porch, you could see half of one sofa at the far end of the corridor, and that's where she used to sit. I used to go run up to her and lie down on her lap and sleep. I can imagine there have been umpteen occasions and events that she's had to possibly forego because she didn't want to wake me up from my sleep. Adu has been the most constant and important aspect of my life. She uh, tutored me, she humbled me. She was the person I loved the most. She was the person I also feared the most because she was very, very strict. Growing up, she was responsible for our pocket money. And, while she used to indulge us, she was very minute about it. So, in fact, just the other day, I was talking to my buas and my dadis, her sisters, and talking about all the best food and all the dhabas in Calcutta. And my knowledge comes from the fact that that was the only affordable category that I was given during my school days. So I've been to all dhabas and eaten all the possible foods there. Even when I went to college, she used to call me every day. She and mom were the only two people that called me every day. We didn't have much to talk about, but she just wanted to know whether I was okay. Even in here at home in Calcutta, she used to hate it when I used to come late at home. But even if I came at 3 a.m., she was awake. From 11 p.m. onwards, my driver and my chaperone used to keep getting messages ki what's his, kahan pe hai, kab aa hai, kyun nahi aaya abhi tak, kiske ghar pe hai. And sometimes she used to do, secret inspection also. She used to come call me at 2 a.m. in the morning when I used to come and meet her before sleeping. Ek baar hug do, give me a kiss before going so that she can ensure I've not partied too much. My dad was always concerned about me, and I felt that in her concern there was so much love, and it is something that I miss. Uh, while at that point of time I felt, I'm perfectly 6'5", perfectly safe and fine to come back home at any time. But that concern is something that is, I think, full of love, which I miss. I remember telling her about Malika the first time, and her only question was, "Uski naak kaisi hai?" And the day she met Malika, she fell in love with her, and they had such a wonderful bond. The only thing that pains me, and it's something that she's often said, is that मेरे को उसको लाड करने का टाइम नहीं मिला, and that's been one of her pain points in the last 1.5 years that she's been unwell. So Malika, in case I indulge you a little extra, it's something that she would have wanted. Dadu, up till she fell unwell, was one of the most dynamic women I had met. She was dressed to impress, ready to conquer, and live life to the fullest. Her life was full of noble sacrifices, sacrifices that sometimes went unnoticed, sacrifices that made this family what it is today, sacrifices that have molded each one of us that are sitting in 7x2 Queen's Park today. Her last year was tough, really tough. The struggle that she had to go through was painful to watch, but even in those situations, she always had a positive attitude. She never asked for anything despite being in so much agony and pain. And in fact, she used to counsel me and says, "Beta, don't worry, hum theek hai." Even when I knew it wasn't. She didn't want to be a burden on anyone, even till her last breath. Hum theek hai was the last words she told me in the morning she passed away. Those are the words that I feel have been constant in her life through all the sacrifices and contributions she's made to create this family. On the day of my wedding, I made a speech about the important women in my life. I said that I was a sum of part of these incredible women. Today, the biggest part of who I am is missing. But there's one person that Dadu loved more than me, and that was Dada, my grandfather. She really missed him. And after 16 years, they are reunited. So I'm at peace knowing that she's at a happier place with the person she loved the most. So that's the end of my love story. My grandma left me and went off with her first lover.
Namaskar. For somebody for whom it's second nature to speak I have to use this paper today. It's difficult to stand here before you and speak of Ma in the past tense. A tight embrace, a warm hug, and a caring hand on the head has been lifted suddenly. It is the second time this year that such grief has enveloped my life after losing Badi Ma a few months ago. And yet, no matter how we try to prepare ourselves, nothing truly prepares us for the silence that follows a mother's absence. Ma had been ailing, and the last few months were difficult for her. But when I look back, the memories that come rushing in are not of her illness, but of her bright laughter, her infectious zeal for life, and the unconditional warmth she gave her children and grandchildren. There's a beautiful line by Rudyard Kipling that has stayed with me. God could not be everywhere, and therefore he made mothers. Over the years, I've understood how deeply true this is. Ma's love was exactly that, unmeasured, untraded, unending, and unconditional. भले ही मोहब्बत का जिक्र करता है ज़माना, पर प्यार का शुरुआत आज भी माँ से ही शुरू होती है. One of her most extraordinary qualities was her capacity to share us, me and my sisters Smriti and Shraddha, so generously with the larger family that raised us. She believed that the joy of a joint family could never be complete unless every parent, aunt, and uncle had an equal and unbridled space in our upbringing. So much so that growing up, we spent many more holidays with Badima and Tauji than with Papa and Ma. That openness of heart, that bigness, was simply who she was, and that was truly extraordinary. It is difficult for me to think of Ma without thinking of my father. So long as they lived together, they were in a sense a hyphenated life, different in many ways, yet bound by a deep affection and a shared generosity. Ma took care of my father and was a companion to him in the most special manner possible. Those who knew my father will remember his irrepressible humor. He would often take playful pot shots at Ma, much to her annoyance, a habit I confess I've inherited, much to Madhu's annoyance. And now I see the naughty traces of this in my son Parthiv as well. Their worldviews were different, sometimes even contrasting, but they were united by two things. One, their boundless love for their children and grandchildren, and two, the bigness of their heart, their instinctive ability to embrace others as family. Many of my cousins, some here today, and many children of family friends found in Papa and Ma a second set of parents. Papa and Mummy loved widely, became parents, guardian parents to many, without ever making us feel deprived. In fact, that generosity strengthened our bonds with the very people they welcomed so warmly, and a gentle way taught us that love is not limited, it is boundless. Ma came into this very home at Queen's Park as a young, innocent bride at the age of 19 in 1959. And it is from this very home that she began her final journey to her Maker a few days ago. A circle completed with grace and quiet dignity. A day before Ma passed away, I had gone to her room. She was lying quietly on her bed, breathing a little heavily through her BiPAP mask, and her gaze was fixed on a large photograph of her and Papa that hung on the wall beside. I often think of that moment and I wonder whether in a silent way she was reaching out to Papa, saying, I have completed everything you left in my care. Now please call me to yourself. We will never know this answer. She's not here to answer it. But it gives me great solace to believe, just like Parthiv said, that Ma and Papa are reunited once again in a warm embrace in their heavenly abode. Before I close, I, on behalf of Taiji, my sister Smriti and Shraddha, Madhu, Parthiv, Malika and Poroma, and all the grandchildren of Ma, would like to thank everyone who's gathered here. Your presence, your warmth, your prayers have been a quiet strength for all of us in this hour of grief. And for those who are far away, yet have kept Ma in their hearts and in their prayers, please know that your love has deeply touched us. Khalil Gibran had once written, everything in nature bespeaks the mother. I feel that deeply today. In every gentle breeze, in every quiet corner of this home, there is something of her presence, her fragrance, her grace, and now her stillness. As a small remembrance, I would be grateful if you could listen to a short 3-minute song that I had put together for Ma's 80th birthday 4 years ago. May this song be our Shraddhanjali to you, dear Ma. Goodbye, Ma. Pranam, Ma. मेरी रोटी की गोलाई माँ, सर्दी वाली रजाई माँ, मेरा पहला अक्षर माँ, मेरे सबसे भीतर माँ, माथे की पप्पी माँ, सबसे मीठी झप्पी माँ, पानी जैसी प्यारी माँ, कहानी जैसी न्यारी माँ, गुड़िया जैसी भोली, रंगीली रंगोली, मेरी रोटी की गोलाई माँ। मेरी रोटी की गोलाई माँ, मेरे सच की सब सच्चाई माँ, स्वेटर वाली बुनाई माँ, छाँव से ज्यादा ठंडी, कांच पे लगी बिंदी, डर लगता है जब रोती है माँ, ना होने पे भी होती है माँ, लोरी जैसी कोमल, मैं बच्चा वो आंगन, मेरी आंखों में भर आई माँ, मेरी रोटी की गोलाई माँ। मेरी रोटी की